this rapid growth across geographies while translating our Gamuda innovation DNA across all of these projects? How do we bring together thousands of collaborators, separated not only by distance, but also by time zones? What have we done? How have we scaled so quickly while still delivering a strong bottom line? So what we did at Gamuda was to put data first. It may sound like a simple idea, but obviously there's a little bit more to it. So this is a visual depiction of our problem statement. Every one of our complex multidisciplinary projects has thousands of interfaces and interdependencies. But at the core of it all, each project is a complex network of people working together. It is people who deliver projects, right? And while this perhaps appears to look like a well-connected network of teams working together, the truth of it is that the real picture often looks something like this and this. So even within teams, people build walls around themselves, and even when teams try and collaborate, for one reason or the other, they sometimes find themselves in their little own silos. And with these silos come barriers in flows of data, and with that, further barriers in communication, and naturally very little collaboration. So we realized at some point that we needed to take a data-first approach, which would then improve communication and eventually the collaboration. And as we dived a little bit deeper into the systems which house all of our data and data pipelines, we discovered actually quite painfully that every country, every project, and even every team in our business was using its own preferred software stack. And you can imagine all of the issues we had with that, and I'm sure many of you in the room can relate with this. So we had information in silos, we had dozens, if not hundreds, of unintegrated legacy systems, and we had a ballooning IT cost because we were running more and more disparate systems which each needed to be maintained and upgraded periodically, and some of these were not even on the cloud. To make things worse, at the end of each project, the different systems would be decommissioned, and some of our project data would effectively be lost. Essentially, we were losing out on opportunities to bring forward lessons learned and knowledge from one project to the next because legacy data was not easily accessible. We had all of these common problems, and we needed an integrated solution which was easy to use and could tie everything together. And a few years ago, we stumbled upon this thing called Autodesk Construction Cloud, or ACC. And for the next minute or so, I'm going to sound like I'm part of the Autodesk sales team, but ACC really has been the magic glue to bring all of our Gamuda digital systems together. We now deploy a standardized stack of digital tools to all of our projects globally. The ACC Cloud platform connects our teams together around the world, and the key value that we see in ACC is that it offers this rich set of APIs that we can build upon. So for us, it's become this common collaboration platform that we can build on top of. Okay, enough of the ACC sales pitch, back to my Gamuda story. I want to share my experience at the Autodesk TechX event in Dallas earlier this year. I was there with the team engaging with some ACC developers in workshop sessions, essentially trying to get a bit more support from Autodesk for things that we're building on top of ACC. So basically, we were saying, hey, we're building this, it'd be really great if ACC could do that, so that this thing that we're building would work.
The unique part about this digital IBS factory is the high quality and consistency in our final products. During installation, minimal workers are required, and because of the precision of the products, the panels can be assembled quickly and easily. We have also added in some smart home features like voice-activated fan and lights. All of us here at Gamuda IBS are very excited to be part of this team who are leading the way in this technology.
So it's not just a one day, it's 6 months of planning. We have three major criteria: very integrated integration. We set up a connecting level team comprises of logistics, design team, production.
So normally when we conduct the collaboration process or coordination meeting, the most important thing for the consultants and for the owner is to see the details in the model. So if the details is too small or too blurred to see, it's very hard for us to determine or to decide the design options.
What this large visualization allows us to do is to create a more immersive environment. We won't be sitting down looking at a small screen or referring an A4 or A3 paper. So compared to before where it was basically running through a checklist of things to cover, now we literally get to do a site visit even before the development is complete. So essentially what we're doing is we are getting the infrastructure up and running, getting the training up and running, getting the manpower and the resources up and running, so so that we can better address this change.
The VR goggle to see what's happening in our design. They're going to walk through inside the building itself, inside the units itself, and see whether there's any modifications that need to be done. So what's happening now is they are putting their phones into the VR goggle, and the models have already been uploaded earlier. From here, they can see where do the walls come in, where are the doors, where the windows are, the fixtures, and also the emanating items are installed. Once they have confirmed this, any modifications or changes can be done much earlier, even before the production itself.
So the viewing of our 3D model will change the way the whole industry works with our products. The customers, the suppliers, everyone within the value chain will be able to see the 3D model up front and get to prepare themselves for whatever they need to do before the final unit comes out. And we can easily deploy this 3D model to anyone, anywhere in the world with just going onto our URL and the website. By being the pioneer of this technology within the industry in Malaysia, we know we are providing a safer, sustainable and more efficient
in 3D, and it's all being coordinated with the actual railway operation. So the first thing we do with these models is coordination. We make sure that all these things fit together, and we make sure that they're actually going to work when we actually get them on site. What we're doing then is we're taking those models and we're using slightly more advanced technology. This is a laser scan. So we've gone out to the existing site and we've scanned the entire environment down to 5mm accuracy, and we've used that scan to create a reference model for the actual existing condition. So the design model for the future is completely coordinated with the existing conditions. So we can actually tie two things together, the virtual environment and the real environment.
That is changing the construction landscape is the use of drones. Drones capture photos and videos of construction areas, which are then processed using photogrammetry to generate 3D models and orthomosaic images which are integrated with the Geographic Information System, or GIS. The 3D photogrammetric models generated from the drone survey are used for measurements, volumetric calculations, and topographical surveys of a site. Using this information, contractors can monitor both construction and its progress more efficiently. Safety inspections can also be carried out in dangerous areas without risking lives. As safety is paramount in every Gamuda project, a safer alternative for safety training using virtual reality technology has been introduced. Wearing a VR headset, workers can experience a realistic simulation of potential risk and injuries at a construction site.